Lively boy, he's next. And I think we have young man. And then tired middle-aged man. And then next is this one, bold-looking old man. Now let's examine this painting. Yes. We did the puzzle correctly. If we had gotten it wrong, the crows would start attacking us. That's so weird. There's no sword key in this. How much easier did they make it? But one thing I love about this version is that you can skip the doors. It's so much faster when you can just skip a door animation and go into the next room instantly. I remember playing the DS version of this game and you could skip the doors in that. The DS version is basically it's a very accurate port. I think the running animation in that was a bit different. There we go. So we have all the crests. Yeah, there you go. Very nice, very nice. Making some progress. Moving on to the next section of the game here. I think there's dogs out here. Yep. Gonna position myself so you can actually see the dog. These guys take a lot of ammo for some reason. There we go. Let's put away all of the crests. Star crest, wind crest, moon crest, sun crest, all the crests. We have unlocked the door. Alright, let's move this set of stairs here. Darn it. And then move it forward. Climb them. And pick up the crank handle. Here we go. We're gonna need that. And if we examine it, its end is square-shaped. Square crank. Alright. Couple red herbs. Gonna pick these up because I know I have some green herbs in my inventory. These 3 green herbs I'm gonna leave. It's another crap. Ah, he got me. It's another thing about Resident Evil. You have to make certain decisions. So, do you pick up all of the items in a room, or do you leave them and come back for them later? Hit the dog. Jill, that was your own fault. I was aiming it right at you.
This is Brad. STARS Alpha Team. Please respond. What the hell? Is nobody out there?
Brad, this is Jill.
This is Brad. STARS Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Anybody answer me. This is
Brad? Brad!
Huh, I didn't know you could do that. I thought you only checked the radio once, but I guess you can check the radio in this section. You guys heard that beeping, right? Beep, beep, and then I went and I opened the radio, or I activated the radio. So when you hear the beeping, you go to your radio and you can hear Brad, but I've never actually heard that before. I thought you only checked the radio once, but that was later on. That's interesting. Very interesting. Well, we used a healing item, so we might as well take all of the green herbs, but my point still stands. Sometimes you have to decide, okay, do I want to leave this item and come back for it? Or do I want to do, like, more backtracking? Because if you fill up your inventory, then you can't you know, you have to go back to the item box. So there's a bit of strategy to the order of items that you pick up. So we just used the crank, and now we can drain the water, which is good. The water is running down the opposite side. Yeah, I got good memories with this game. I remember playing it in high school. I got into the series after playing Resident Evil 5, but my first game was, I guess, Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii. Played that in 2008. Then I played Resident Evil 5 in 2009, and 5 is what hooked me to the series. And I've been hooked on Resident Evil since. Some games are obviously stronger than others. There are some games that I don't really care for, like the Revelations games. I don't really care for those ones, to be honest. But I feel like Capcom's been doing a pretty good job recently. All of their RE Engine games are very high in quality. Well, maybe not RE3 Remake, but RE2 Remake, RE4 Remake, 7 was really good. 8 was 8. I don't know how I feel about 8. I only played through it once. We actually ran out of handgun ammo. Look at that. Let's pick up some green herbs here. And now that we're running into blue herbs, that means we're going to be facing poisonous enemies. So we have to be extra careful now. Let's move this statue here. Yeah, so I want to revisit Resident Evil 8. Whoa, that's too far. Way too far. Let's move it down this hallway. Wait, can I? Okay, I can. I can go behind here. Or not. Whoops. Move that farther a little bit. Okay. Wait. Okay. You can't move it too far, or else you can't get around objects, which means you can't push them. Resident Evil 8 is just weird. Like, there's things about it that I'm like, that's not really Resident Evil, but it's not a bad action horror game, so I want to revisit it. 7 I've played through 3 times, and I think that's a pretty damn good game, with the exception of the tanker segment, which feels like it drags on for a bit. And we just pushed a statue over this hole because if we run past the hole, a tentacle will come out and choke us. So that's why you want to push that statue over there. First aid spray, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, well, considering I only have 12 bullets for my handgun, I'm going to put it away for now. And I'm going to take out the shotgun. We still have an armor key, or an armor door that we missed. Huh. What door did... Oh, I think I know. I think we missed a door in the puke-colored hallway. Yeah, so we have to go back for that. Put away our herbs. Put away the square crank, because I don't think we need that right now. Put away the first aid spray. Let's take out the shotgun shells. Okay, now that we're using a shotgun, things are going to go a little smoother, because it's a lot more powerful than the handgun. You can get critical headshots with the shotgun. So good. Okay. Let's put away our explosive rounds. Let's save our game. You know, despite having unlimited saves... Whoa, I don't want to save over that. Despite having limited saves and no sword key, it's still kind of challenging. Like, I find myself getting hit a lot more often than I usually do, but that could be, you know, just because I'm recording and I'm less, I don't know, like, I'm more distracted. Actually, let's go into the bathroom first. And let's drain the bathtub. Yes, let's unplug it. I mean, with that being said, it's still not a very difficult game. I think we're making good progress, and we have a lot of ammo for the shotgun and for the bazooka, and we have a lot of healing items in our item box. So, all in all, we're doing a good job despite the fact that we keep getting hit. Boom, headshot. Yeah, the zombies like to trip you up. They'll walk towards you, and then they'll walk towards the wall, which causes you to miss. Hey, look at that, more shotgun shells. Boom. So because we've been saving up our ammo, now we can reward ourselves for a little bit and actually use this thing. Love the music in this game, it's so good. If you play the director's cut, more specifically the Greatest Hits Director's Cut on PlayStation 1, the music is horrendous. It is so bad. They replaced the entire soundtrack with awful music that was apparently plagiarized. I mean, out of all the music to steal, why would you steal the music in Resident Evil Greatest Hits Director's Cut? Anyways, let's look at this description. It's dark outside and I can't see anything. Yes, we're in a cabin at night. Zombies and other monstrosities are in the cabin, but we find the time to look out the window and we gaze upon the night sky and the forest and the trees, and oh my god, I love it. It's so good. Ugh. I love the atmosphere in this game. I love the atmosphere. Giant spiders. Giant spiders on the ceiling. Boom. Boom. Shit. I'm fine. Okay. So the spiders can actually poison you. Oh, little spiders. I didn't know that they could spawn little spiders. Stop chasing me. Boom. Now we can actually explore this room in peace. Good detail about this game from 1996. You can step on the spiders. They do hurt you, but I don't think they actually hurt you. You know, I think they just kind of... Like, you see an animation of Jill flinching. That feels nice. Okay. There's a bar here. You know, this might actually be a fun place to work if it wasn't for the deadly virus that turns you into a zombie, or the giant animals that devour you. But I mean, they have a bar here. That would be awesome. You can just come here after hours and play pool or something. Yeah, so this is a puzzle. I don't think we need to actually solve the puzzle on Jill's campaign, but you do in Chris's campaign. 6-ball. A 9-ball. It looks like a clock dial, some kind of a code. Oh, there's a spider still alive. Not anymore. Yeah, so basically you kind of have to figure out what time it is. You know, if this was an analog clock, 3, so that's 3, down there is 12, down there is 6, this one's 9, so that means that this one right here is 12. So what is that? That's like 3:45, and then you would go into the other room and input 3:45 in the little I don't know how to call it, or what you would call it, the little code dial, little electronic device here on the wall. There's a panel with number keys. Will you push the keys? 3, 4, 5. And that's correct because it's unlocking.